Miss Congeniality is one of my favorite fucking movies of all time. That is my review. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. But seriously, I have a lot more to say about this movie than that, so please keep watching. I do think it's a better movie than Citizen Kane, so go suck it, Orson Welles. Miss Congeniality was released on December 22nd, 2000, and was directed by Donald Petrie, who also worked on other such comedies as Grumpy Old Men and Mystic Pizza.
Dirty Harriet goes to the prom. A tough-as-nails FBI woman agent who can spit and kick ass along with the best of them has to go undercover as a beauty queen in the Miss United States pageant.
The script is credited to 3 different writers, with Mark Lawrence getting top billing and has a spot on the commentary track, which, yes, of course, I listened to, and learned that there was a lot of concepts that were ultimately scrapped, changed, or altered before the final product, and it absolutely shows.
I think one of the beauties in doing a comedy is you do have an opportunity as an actor to improv quite a bit, and when you have an ensemble that's as gamey as we all are, invariably good things are going to come from that.
So the movie begins with our main character as a youngling reading Nancy Drew. She punches this asshole kid with spiky hair because he's picking on her crush. Turns out her crush is an asshole too. She punches him. This scene establishes a lot of her character. She's a tomboy who knows how to fight. She's not like other girls, guys. She's one of the boys. Flash forward in the future, and she's an FBI agent on a sting operation involving some Russians who don't speak very good Russian. Now, around the time that this movie was released, the archetype of the loose cannon cop who doesn't play by the rules was still fairly popular. And yes, our main girl, Gracie, fits this mold. It's a bit cliche, yes, but at least they do something different with it. She disobeys orders to take down a big boy Ruski choking on some nuts. A gunfight erupts, and one of the background FBI agents is shot in the crossfire. She blames herself, which puts her in a real bad mood. And speaking of mood, Gracie's entrance into her apartment is a big, all caps, M-O-O-D, mood. It's one of the many ad-lib performances throughout the movie. All the script said was Gracie boxes, but Sandra Bullock added this whole epic duel with a microwave door. So now that we've seen her childhood, how she is on the job, and a glance at her home life, we know everything there is to know about our main character, so when she becomes the odd one out, we know exactly why, and we can relate with her. The FBI is examining a cryptic message from a potential terrorist threat, and it's truly some of Mark Lawrence's finest work. Amidst the crying sandboxes full of purple cats and their misadventures, who's seen we have no bananas. It's not bad. I read worse on All Poetry. Gracie is grounded for a stunt at the beginning of the movie, but of course not for long. The FBI figures out the citizen, that's the name of the terrorist bad guy, is going to target the Miss United States pageant. So they need someone to go in undercover, and what better way to determine who's qualified for the position than using the latest, greatest technology available to see who looks good in a bikini. Also, Asian weaponry? Well, it turns out Gracie doesn't look that bad in a one-piece. Most likely because she's played by Sandra Bullock.
I would expect that trying to make Sandra Bullock look ugly is a challenge. I think that the hair and makeup for those looks is particularly good. To have like the bad wig and the eyebrows and all that sort of stuff, I think that really makes the look.
Truthfully, her character doesn't look that bad before her makeover, but that's a bit of a Hollywood thing. At least she and her romantic interest, Eric, that's the guy's name, played by the beautiful Benjamin Pratt, have chemistry before she's all beautified. Keeps the movie from being cheap. They meet up with the director of the beauty pageant, Kathy Morningside, and Captain Kirk to discuss the operation. Kathy is a Karen and obviously the villain. Doesn't come off that way when you first meet her, but it becomes more and more evident. I'm not sure if this is because I've seen the movie so many times, but You'll see what I mean later. She gives some contact information of my favorite character, Victor, played by Sir Michael Caine. He kills it like he always does in every one of his roles, delivering lines with dry sarcasm that only an English accent could enhance.
What was the question? I was distracted by the half-masticated cow rolling around in your wide-open trap.
As a pageant consultant, it's his job to make Gracie believable as a contestant, and thus an over-the-top beauty montage must thank Sally. She's a 10 out of 10.
Whoa!
She goes to Texas undercover and meets Cheryl from Rhode Island, who is absolutely adorable. Cheryl is a sheltered, ditzy blonde, the sort of stereotype that someone like Gracie would imagine all these beauty queens to be. Their friendship is the catalyst to Gracie's character development and integral to the heart of the movie. It's through her that she finds out that there's more to these beauty queens than their looks. The talent show is the first competition, and what's our girl gonna do? She's gonna play Laura's theme from the 1965 film Dr. Zhivago. That's what she's gonna do. This was foreshadowed earlier when she met Victor.
Will you desist?
Also, the costume she wears can be seen in the background when she arrives at the hotel. The show starts off all well and good, but then, true to her character, she makes a rash decision to dive bomb a sus cowboy with a gun.
Look, he had a gun.
Of course he had a gun. This is Texas. Everybody has a gun.
I don't have a gun. My ancestors were Quakers.
This threatens to compromise the mission. It also angers Miss Morningside, who reveals a little bit of her true colors.
You get in my way, I will kill you.
Obviously, she's the villain. Gracie is still feeling insecure about herself, and during a rehearsal, Victor really lays it into her, spelling it out for both her character and the audience.
You're also a person, and an incomplete one at that. In place of friends and relationships, you have sarcasm and a gun.
Ouch, Victor. Take it easy. Gracie is conflicted about embracing her feminine side because she most likely fears she will no longer be taken seriously at the workplace if she lets down her machismo. Her and Eric have a heart-to-heart, and he reminds her why she's awesome and why she's the best for the job.
Because you don't take any crap from people. You're funny. You're easy to talk to when you're not armed.
Next up is the swimsuit portion, and here comes, without a doubt, the most famous line from the movie that you'll see on your Facebook feeds.
Describe your perfect date.
I'd have to say April 25th, because it's not too hot, not too cold. All you need is a light jacket.
It's become widely accepted that April 25th is Miss Congeniality Day, and to me, that's a national holiday. However, the boys at the Bureau pin Miss Rhode Island as a suspect for her involvement with some animal rights organization. They need Gracie to investigate. Cheryl is distraught after bombing her question, but Gracie, like a true friend, shows up with pizza and beer.
Righteous bucks.
Oh yeah, it's ladies' night at the Blue Man Group. Shots, everybody. When the two finally have a moment, Gracie interrogates her, leading to this wonderful confession.
One time I stole red underwear from the department store. My mother wouldn't buy them for me. She said they were Satan's panties.
I fucking love this movie. But on a darker note, Cheryl also reveals that she was sexually assaulted by a college professor. Gracie is concerned, doesn't victim blame, and immediately wants to teach her self-defense. That's what I'm talking about. Of course, the FBI suspicions of Cheryl were dead-ass wrong, and while Gracie plays Mother Hen in the bathroom, the other contestants gab about Kathy's past shady behavior.
Bizarro.
She is definitely the villain, and alas, Gracie is beginning to suspect this. Too bad the FBI is already settled on some rando in Nevada. No evidence needed, got his girlfriend to lick the envelope, case closed. Gracie makes her case and chooses to stay behind as a private citizen because she feels it's her rightful place to protect these women. This is the turning point for her character. It's no longer about just getting the bad guy, it's about protecting her friends. Winston gives her the old, turn in your badge and your gun line.
turn in your badge and your gun.
Classic cop line. Without the backing of the FBI, Gracie no longer has her mentor Victor, but he does leave her one gift, and they share a genuinely sweet moment.
Of any girl that I have ever coached, you are truly unique. If I ever had a daughter, I imagine that she would be something like you. Which is perhaps why I've never reproduced.
Wholesome. This leaves Gracie with a makeup emergency. Again, such a mood.
Ladies!
Now, first thing we need to deal with is Eva. You gotta get it together.
It's great that despite being a competition, all the contestants come together to help Gracie. Big show finally starts. One of the judges looks like Jesse Ventura, but that's not important. What's important is that the top 10 have been chosen, and wouldn't you know it, it's most of the ladies that we've been following throughout the movie all along. Meanwhile, at a gray-filtered airport, Eric is finally beginning to think Gracie was onto something. Too bad Gracie's talent is unintentionally sabotaged by some thirsty ladies, but Eric, having that moment of realization, has rushed back to help.
Solar plexus, instep, nose, point!
So she beats the shit out of him. I think it's admirable that she uses her moment on national television to teach basic self-defense techniques, actually. I like that a lot. When it comes down to the final 5, Gracie realizes that the bomb is planted in the crown, but Victor doesn't understand what she means by that.
It's the crown.
Yes, it is. Wear the crown. Be the crown. You are the crown.
And when it comes to the final 2 contestants, Cheryl is crowned Miss United States. This makes the stakes incredibly high, because Gracie was defensive of Cheryl immediately when they met, but now that her life is on the line, ain't shit stopping her from saving her life. She even punches Texas in the face.
50 states! Jeez.
I love movies with a chaotic ending, and this one goes out with a literal bang.
She's Miss United States.
Kathy is arrested. Gracie and Eric finally have a big damn kiss. Overall, this is an entertaining comedy that could have been mediocre, but the cast and crew enhanced the material as it made the transition from page to screen. I recommend this movie for anyone really, but if you're looking for a fun comedy on the weekend, check this out. You can also check out the links in the description below. Executive producer Bill Radovich remains to be cool. You want to be cool like him? Check out my Patreon. Thank you for watching my video. And yes, I really do want world peace.